So I have known about Roots to Work for a good few years through a friend, although I didn't know a lot about the ins and outs of it, but I knew the kind of bones of it. My health's not been great for years, a lot of chronic pain and difficulties surrounding that with my mobility especially, and then that had a knock-on effect on my mental health because it drains you, it just brings you down when you're living like day in, day out with chronic pain. A typical day, I was very isolated. I isolated myself through choice, I suppose. I was avoiding people at all costs, didn't like even speaking on the phone. I just had an avoidance with people unless it was something to do with, you know, my kids, taking my children somewhere or picking them up or whatever. Sometimes I wasn't even coming out my bedroom. I was just hiding away from the world basically. Sharon referred me for therapy to a lady based in the kind of Lanarkshire area. Attending Lynn really did help with the chronic pain. She was amazing to work with, very knowledgeable, very confident in her treatments, which did benefit a lot. So I had that, and then I was linked in with an anxiety course. It was basically surrounding anxiety, stress, that kind of thing, which again that did benefit me as well because it gives you the tools there to manage what's going on with you. There's what's there available to take on board, and it's really up to us as an individual whether we want to, you know, use those tools. Loved it. Again, so many tools there to look at managing emotions, managing situations. It was really in depth, but I loved every minute of it, and I did take a lot away from it. The training was delivered extremely well by the trainer Leslie. She kept it real. She was genuine. There was no airs and graces about her whatsoever. It was just all very laid back and chilled. It wasn't you know, a kind of frightening, formal kind of setting. She kept it very real, and yeah, it was a good group of people that was in the training. I am absolutely itching to get back to work now. If somebody had asked me this a year ago, I wouldn't even be sitting here if I'm honest with you. Through the different training courses that I've done and meeting new people, working with Sharon, it's made an impact for the better for me. I lost my mum about 3 years ago. What followed that, I won't go into detail, but it was very traumatic, let's say. It was traumatic, and I was at a stage I thought I'm never getting past this. I didn't know how to get past it. I didn't know where to turn to get past it. But now I've just locked it away where it'll stay. And the old me is coming back. I'm sociable again. Maybe not 100%, but I'm definitely getting there. I can walk into a room where there is strangers again, whereas before I would have avoided it completely. I would have avoided it. I meet up with Sharon regular, and yeah, I'm open to any training that's put forward to me as well. But yeah, I'm itching now to get back to work, to what I know and what I love. I think people think, oh, it's to work, they'll have me in a job in a week. It's not like that whatsoever. There's no pressure. It's just all so genuine and at our own pace. We're not under pressure to say, right, I need you into work in a month. It's not like that, and I would stress that to anybody thinking about it. Don't be scared of that aspect of it. Don't be scared thinking, oh, I can't go to work in a week or a month, or maybe even 3 months, maybe even a year. It's all about the individual. Every individual's different, basically. The initial support has been incredible. I can't tell you how much engaging with Roots to Work has benefited me. I'm able to walk into that room again where there's strangers. I'm able to speak to people again with that confidence that I did have at one point in my life. The best thing that's for me in such a long time has been working alongside Roots to Work.
So when Deborah came along, she'd been out of work for quite a period of time, so she was quite anxious about accessing the service. I think it's a bit of a known when you're coming along to meet a stranger and having to tell them a bit about what's going on with your life. But quite quickly she became quite at ease. We were able to kind of talk through what was going on with her current situation, and when she was more relaxed we were able to get more information about what was going on. Deborah had been out of work for a period of time due to kind of ongoing kind of health challenges. She was struggling with chronic pain and isolated and spending quite a lot of time at home, so yeah, it was really nerve-wracking for her to kind of make that initial contact and come out and meet, to her, what was a stranger at the time. So initially we talked through kind of Deborah's full circumstances, her financial circumstances, wellbeing, her home environment, her health. That's kind of pretty standard when we're working with any client, but it was pretty noticeable straight away that Deborah's biggest challenge was that she was feeling isolated and struggling with her mental health and struggling to kind of engage with society as such. Financially was kind of stable enough. She paid her bills, she didn't have kind of any ongoing issues there, but getting her out to actually take part in activities, meet new people, was the first thing that we wanted to do. And after a kind of meeting with myself over a period of time, that kind of built up her confidence, and from there we started looking at what had kind of knocked her confidence initially, which was the kind of chronic pain. So we engaged Deborah with another stakeholder that we work with, Lynn, who provides some physio treatments, who was able to support Deborah with various treatments to help her have a toolkit to be able to manage her chronic pain and manage a condition a bit better. And then from ongoing from that, Deborah felt more confident to be able to engage and go out to some of the other training opportunities that were available via Routes to Work. She also attended one of the jobs fairs, which was something Deborah, we hadn't even really got to the point of talking about jobs, but when the jobs fair was scheduled, she was kind of keen to go along and see what opportunities were available, and that's something that Deborah wouldn't have even considered. Like, she didn't feel that she was at that point, but slowly the belief system, the belief in herself was starting to change.